to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
Well, I had an extra testicle.
Smackety smack. Backety back. Whackety whack.
We're back in
Flackety
the back.
flack.
Back
in the saddle.
Back
in the saddle. Back in the saddle, boys. Here we are. Mike at the bottom in his super mega trance. Ben completely cracked out of his mind. And me, the great.
No, don't say that again. Get out of here with that nonsense. Nobody believes that.
Well, you know, never say nobody. So,
I mean, except for maybe you, but that doesn't matter because it's you.
But how's it going, lads? Welcome back, everyone. Everyone watching,
to the
everyone
show.
listening.
Yeah.
Mike, Ben, how's it going?
I mean, I'm doing good. It's just I'm waiting for you to get whatever this is out of your system.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing great. I have a bang energy here.
Oh, snap.
I'm chugging away.
He's banging.
I have water. I'm chugging away.
Oh, snap.
And
He's
I'm just
chugging.
chugging, ready
He's
to go. So, Ben,
Yes.
hit me. How's it going?
It's going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't be too excited.
Mike, how's it going?
Dude, I'm doing great.
Are you?
I'm so pumped to be here. Ah!
Mike, it seems
So
like
happy
you had to
to be
really
here.
summon all that energy from like the deepest depths of your soul.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
I
a
was
lot.
honest.
I
and
summoned-
was like, man, it's
I
okay.
summoned it from somewhere. Hey, it's here now.
Yeah,
That was a lot of flat Earth energy you had right there.
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
did.
make any sense. We're not even
Flat
talking
Earth
about flat
energy,
Earth.
dude. Flat Earth energy.
I'm never
Yes.
talking about flat Earth ever again.
It's just so not good.
it's
so good.
The worst.
It's so
the
good.
worst.
It's such a mess.
What a good time talking about flat Earth.
It's a bad time.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Oh,
Okay, because
snap.
this
God.
question has been really just burning in my
Has it
mind,
been
I
just
don't believe that at
eating
all.
you up?
eating my heart,
I don't believe
and
this
I just
at all.
have to know the question.
Okay.
Do you guys love trees?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, good. Mike?
I mean, it depends on the tree.
But
There, I think certain
Did
trees are
you
kind
know-
of schmuckish.
did
Like,
you
I
know
think some
that-
trees are pieces of yeah.
are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
did you
like
know-
which trees?
That the
You
reason
know, Go ahead, Ben.
the reason
Everyone
Mike
wants to
feels
get
that
that.
way about trees
Uh-huh.
is because trees are bushes.
Mike, which trees do you
They're
think
precious.
have attitudes or whatever?
Oak trees.
I think
Oak trees, to me, oak trees seem like the wise old trees, you know? Like they're just
Yeah.
kind of like they're chilling. They're
Get
like,
him out
yeah,
of here. Let the past die.
I'm a
Kill
little
if
bit
you
of
have
a
to.
hardened type of individual. Like to me,
Yeah, are you a
an
little
oak
hardened?
tree is kind of like would be kind of like if Logan, like Wolverine Logan, was like a tree.
Was a tree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mike. What kind of trees do you like?
Like if,
when I'm talking about the trees that I don't like
If
palm trees.
if Sam Elliott was a tree, he would be an oak tree.
yeah.
You don't like
Dude,
palm trees?
are they're kind of
Palm
assholes.
tree, yeah.
I
Palm trees.
love
They
palm
kill
trees.
people too.
Palm trees.
Like,
are great.
well, the
Yeah,
coconuts
yeah.
kill people, but imagine you're like just a tree and you're like, "Hey, I'm chilling, I'm just doing something." Oops, and you just
Yeah,
drop like a
that's
coconut on
true.
a guy's head. What a jerk
That's
thing to
true.
do.
Yeah.
I don't
Palm
know.
trees.
Yeah.
Also, and this is a thing, and listen, this is going to be the hot take. I think the giant redwoods
Mhm.
overrated.
Really?
Wow, I don't.
get that they're huge.
I don't
I get
think
that
you
they're
like. I don't
huge,
think. I
giant
think you're a
trees.
fake tree liker.
I get that they're huge, giant trees and everything, but like it's kind of they're like, oh, you could drive a car through me, and you're like, okay,
Wow, I personally
you're big.
find bag trees big. I
bag,
said that with an
trees.
accent. I personally find big trees very attractive.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Ben
Did you
likes
guys
to stuff
know
with
that
trees.
according to some statistics out there are a few people that die every year by coconuts.
Yes, I knew this.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
you there's more people that die
So-
from coconuts than shark attacks.
I
Well,
doubt that.
No, I literally guarantee that's probably a statistic.
I don't know about that.
Did you know that there's a tree? It's called the Manchinell.
Uh-huh.
It's from North America to South America. It's in tropical areas, and it's like one of the most deadly trees in the world.
Really? Why?
Yeah. The tree has a milky white sap, white, which contains
No.
numerous toxins and can cause blistering.
Oh,
And it's on everything: the bark, the leaves, and the
really?
and the fruit.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I'd never want to touch that tree ever.
Let's see here. It produces like strong allergic reactions to it. Even a small drop with the milky substance will cause skin to blister.
Oh, really? That sounds
Ugh.
Yeah. The sap has
Scary.
been known to damage the paint on cars. Burning the tree may cause ocular injury if the smoke reaches the eyes.
Where is this again?
It's all through North and South America. In the tropical areas.
What kind of
Contact
trees?
with its milky sap produces bullous dermatitis.
Creamy white sap.
Yeah.
Creamy
Dude, this is kind of
white
nuts.
sap.
Yeah, I don't like that tree. I never.
What
want to
is
see
the
that
tree called?
It's called the Manchineel tree. Manchineel. Manchineel tree.
Oh, so it's like a jungle tree.
This is my favorite part about it, though. Despite the inherent dangers associated with handling it, the tree has been used as a source of wood by Caribbean furniture makers for centuries. It must be cut and left to dry in the sun to dry the sap. To avoid dangerous contact with the poisonous parts, the tree may be burnt at the base to fell it.
Huh. So
Interesting.
don't rub yourself on that tree.
Yeah,
basically.
don't do a little back rubby rub on that
It's
tree.
even in Florida, apparently. So
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad I missed
Oh,
that when I was in
snap.
Florida. So
Yeah.
Well, we weren't
it's
by
awful.
like the coast either, so probably
yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
there.
well,
Yeah.
But just
Um,
imagine, though, still, even with that,
Mhm.
just like running into it.
Yeah.
Just chilling, having a good time, and then you
Freaking
touch
would
a
hate
tree and
that.
you just die.
Do you guys know about the oldest tree on Earth?
No.
Where is it?
It's named Methuselah, and it's in Eastern California. It is a Great Basin bristlecone pine, and it has long been considered Earth's oldest living thing. According to the tree ring data, it is 4,850 years old,
Holy cow.
meaning that Methuselah was well established by time ancient Egyptians built the pyramids at Giza.
Dang.
So, yeah, it's pretty
Dude,
pretty
it's kinda
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah,
Imagine being
Wow.
as old as the pyramids.
right,
Then the question is, like, how much does that tree know about the pyramids?
Facts.
right. I know.
About the
I want to
Egyptians.
like transfer myself into that tree to
Mm.
understand. Like,
Tell me what you
Josiah-
know.
Wants to have a intimate moment where he transfers himself into the tree.
Mhm.
My cat is licking my toe right now, and it feels really weird. Just
Wow.
I wasn't sure if you're gonna say toe or what you were gonna say there for a
No.
second.
Yeah.
so.
But I just got really alarmed for a second because all of a sudden I felt this like sandpaper against my foot, and I'm like,
wet
"What
little
is that?"
sandpaper.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would absolutely transfer myself into a tree.
You'd have an
if
intimate
possible.
moment with the tree.
No,
So
I
how
just
do you-
kind of want to just be a tree.
Yeah, but how do
Aren't
you get back
nymphs
from
like
that?
tree people? Like, is that what I'm thinking of? Like
Nax?
nymphs?
Nymphs.
Nymphs.
Yes,
Aren't they like
they
tree
are
people in like
Yes.
fantasy
kind of.
or mythology or
Um,
something? Am I wrong
yeah.
about that?
How did you get back from being a tree, though?
Yeah, maybe he'd never want to come back. Maybe he just wants to be a tree.
I think
for
nymphs are
eternity.
more like water people.
Are
Like
they more water people?
Dryads are the
dryads.
tree.
I
yeah.
think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you want to be like a dryad, or you like trees, or
Yeah.
like your thing?
Yeah, like I could, become a tree, then,
Yeah.
become a fairy or
Yeah.
whatever.
Just
I
whatever.
think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You
Or
can
maybe
also
an
have tree
ent.
nymphs, by the way.
Okay, so
Tree
there are
nymphs?
tree nymphs.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
tree nymphs and they're water nymphs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to be a nymph. I want to be a dryad.
Well then.
Dryads sound cooler than nymphs.
I think they have
So-
water dryads as well.
Oh, well, I don't want to be a dryad anymore. I just want to be an ent.
Wow.
Just make me an ent and I'll be
Wow.
happy. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you guys don't totally hate trees. That's good.
I love trees.
I actually am a huge fan of trees. Like being out in the forest is one of my favorite things. Like,
Wow.
I love it. I love the energy that you can feel from the trees around you. I love just like the smells. I love everything about it. The wind rustling the branches and the leaves. I
don't like
love
how
it.
intimately like close you are with these trees.
Yeah, Josiah gets a little freaky with the trees.
I love to hug the trees and rub their bark.
I've only ever hugged one tree in my life.
I've hugged more trees than that.
And his name was Carl. And he was pretty cool.
Tree.
He was pretty cool.
You named the tree Carl?
Yeah.
Carl
the tree.
Coral the tree.
Wow.
That's a beautiful story. Still a better love story than Twilight.
What's the highest you've ever climbed in a tree?
Oh man. Okay, let me tell you a story.
Ooh,
Oh snap. Story time.
We used to have a very old, very tall, very large pine tree that was on our property where we lived up north in Michigan. It was huge. Okay, the trunk of this pine tree, it was probably like I would say it was probably like 8 feet thick. Like it was a very, very thick trunk, and it went high. Like that tree just like shot way up. It was above all the other trees and everything. And I once climbed so freaking high in that tree. If I fell, I would have died. Like I was probably like a good like I would say I was probably like 3 stories high in that tree at least.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was a great tree. I loved that tree.
there was going to be more to the story. I thought you were going to be like, and then I almost fell out, or like.
Okay, well, that leads to another story where I did fall out of a tree once. It was actually, this is the funny thing about it. This tree that I fell out of was actually on Ben's old property where he used to live, which is funny. I don't know. Do you remember that? Was that? No, I don't think that was
when I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So
I've also fallen out of a tree on that property though.
Do you remember the fence that was broken by the propane tank?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember like the busted one, like the one that was busted? That broke because I fell on my back on it.
Oh.
And it broke.
Ouch.
So that hurt a lot.
I bet.
I totally just like scraped my back, and it like I had the wind knocked out of me for a while. I thought that I like broke my back or something.
Yeah.
I fell out of like a 15-foot tree, landed on that fence on my back. It was like right on my lower back. And then from there, I fell from the fence and then whacked my head on the propane tank. So yeah,
it was just an overall bad time.
Yeah.
I've fallen out of a lot of trees. I fell out of trees also in that same property, but I fell out of like multiple pine trees. I've climbed a lot of trees in my life. I just love trees.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I love climbing trees.
I've climbed 20 plus feet in a lot of different trees. So
this is wow.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
I've climbed my fair share of trees, but I've never fallen out of a tree ever.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Especially
a pine tree.
Trees, yeah. Try not to fall out of them. Typically, I'm like, I think I'll stay in this. I don't know why you guys chose to fall out of them, but that's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it happens sometimes, Sometimes the tree is you know what?
I don't know that because
it's like, dang it, I'm Mother Nature. Get out of here. It just knocks you out.
Maybe Mother Nature just likes me more than you guys.
Sometimes trees just whack you,
Maybe mommy likes you better.
I've never been whacked by a tree. Well, that's not true. I have, I
We've all been whacked by a tree.
I almost broke both my ankles one time cutting a tree.
Really?
Because, it was like, probably almost 6 inches in diameter, and it was on the ground, and I thought it was just a section like of a log, but it was actually a tree under tension.
Oh yeah, right.
And I started cutting it, and I was like, actually, I'm going to move on the other side so that I can cut this other thing once I get done cutting that. And I started cutting it the rest of the way through, and when I let go, it shot and like spun out or whipped out. Probably it would have went straight through my ankles, and it went out hard. Like it almost knocked my chainsaw out of my hands. It came out like when the tension got released. Yeah.
Wow. That's scary. You got to watch out for that when you're cutting wood and stuff for sure.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying. I was like, nope, never. I was like, I'm glad I went on the other side of this. Yeah.
Have you ever experienced the Widowmaker?
I've been around them, but I've never actually we usually are pretty cautious about it. So, for all the people that don't know, a Widowmaker is, well, it's two kinds of trees. It's either a tree where the top is dead inside and you don't know it, and so then somebody goes to cut it, and then the top falls off and comes back down, typically killing the person cutting it. It can also sometimes be when you're cutting a tree and it swings bad on you. Like it swings the wrong way on you. I do know people that have died from the Widowmakers.
That's crazy.
That gets really sad. I mean, obviously, but I've known people that, I mean, guys that have been in the business a long time and they just cut a tree and the top is broken and it just
crushes them.
Yeah. There's not much you can do.
Yeah.
Well, it got really sad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Really somber.
I mean,
way to make it really depressing.
Well, Josiah asked the question. I wasn't going to talk about it.
I mean, you know, trees are a beautiful thing that we have.
Yeah, they're also a force of nature.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. Dude, nature is like one of the most unforgiving things.
Yeah.
Like, of all the things that we know in life, and like, there's just something about like just forces.
Nature has no bias. Nature has no reason to.
You build an entire city and you build like levees and dams, and then you can still get flooded. You know, I mean, if the wind pushes hard enough, an entire structure you built is just destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at what tornadoes do. They just obliterate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen like pictures of the what's that tree called? The sandbox tree?
Sandbox tree.
Look at like the bark on this tree. It literally looks like something that belongs in like Mordor or something.
Oh, I have heard of this before.
Holy cow,
yeah.
Imagine trying to climb that tree.
Yeah, nobody would try to climb that tree.
Yeah.
Never.
You just die. Where do you find that?
What if that was like something that you like what if that was like something that people would do like for torture? Like what if they were like, if you do not climb this tree and make it to the top, then we will kill you. And so then they have to like try to climb the tree. And, you know, their hands and feet are just getting torn up as they're climbing it. And then they have to try to get to the top of it to survive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sure.
That could be a thing.
I think I've seen a tree like this before.
Yeah.
Really?
In Central America, yeah.
You want to hear a tree that's even more crazy than this tree? By the way, if you guys haven't, go check out some pictures of the sandbox tree. It like the trunk of this thing looks insane. It like has like literal like spikes all over it. It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard? Okay, this tree is actually insane. Have you guys ever heard of the angel's trumpet?
Angel's trumpet. That sounds familiar.
I'm looking up all of these things right now.
It is a flower that grows on trees that
I have heard of this.
If eaten, can give you like hallucinations and even induce a dangerous zombie-like state in people.
Wow.
So don't eat the flowers of the angel's trumpet because you might become a zombie.
Yeah. Yep. I have heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very beautiful. It's very, very pretty.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
But I mean, well, to be honest, you shouldn't be going around eating flowers.
Yeah,
anyway,
probably unless you know the flower is safe to eat, then you probably shouldn't just be around.
But yeah, if you eat this thing, then you know it can send you straight to the hospital. It can give you scary hallucinations, even induce a dangerous zombie-like state.
Never.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Never. I would never want to mess with that. That's
Speaking
crazy.
of things that are just like a force of nature, Mike, have you ever heard of the mad honey? Mad honey is from the Himalayas. It's basically from these like honey or like nests from bees that hang on the side of cliffs, and the bees like harvest a toxic plant and they make honey out of this stuff. But it's people buy it to use as like a drug because it gives you like crazy hallucinations and stuff. And it's like an extremely expensive honey you can buy. And they literally like risk their lives to like collect it. Like it's crazy. Yeah. Wow, you remember when I told you about that, Josiah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's freaking wild. It's in like Turkey and Nepal. But it's absolutely crazy. Apparently it has like crazy healing properties too, but it's you have to be like really careful with it. It's because it's got granotoxin, which can cause dramatic physiological reactions in humans and animals, depending on how much a person consumes, ranging from hallucinations and a slower heartbeat to temporary paralysis and unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There's been no recorded deaths from eating it, but people have had some crazy stuff happen when they've eaten it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really, really fascinating
Dude, I
stuff.
don't like that.
Nature,
plants are
baby.
Nuts. I mean, imagine
Nature.
like, I mean, we obviously have the nature that we do where, you have plants that if you touch them, you get, rashes and but like even like carnivorous plants, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's nuts. Like it's
like
literally
Venus,
like
Venus
Venus
flytraps.
flytraps. Yeah,
I love
there's
Venus
also
flytraps. They're so cool.
the bells that they have.
Yeah.
What are they called?
There's like those like
what they're called.
pot shaped ones.
Yep.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like things just slip
Pitcher
down.
pitcher plants are the bell shaped ones.
Okay.
Pitcher
But
plants, I think, is what they are.
Yeah.
But like,
Crazy.
just imagine like being a fly or something, and you're just chilling, and then like this plant just closes around you, and you just die.
Yeah.
Well, it lures them in with like sweet smelling stuff and like sap or something. It's wild. Like the pitcher plant literally is just full of stuff. Yeah, full of like liquid at the bottom that lures flies and stuff in because it like smells sweet.
Yeah.
Well, and imagine
Crazy.
like the thing is, dude. I don't know. The worst part about it is you don't die like right away. It's not like it like poisons you and you die. Like you just sit stuck in this plant and it just digests you with acid. It's just
like that's I've always thought about that with like the what's it called, the Sarlacc from Star Wars.
From Star Wars, yeah.
Like because it takes like 1,000 years to digest you or something.
Yeah, it's something crazy like that.
But it also like keeps you doesn't it like keep you alive somehow?
Yeah.
During that time too.
It's weird.
Can you
it's
just
like,
imagine getting like digested for like 1,000 years?
Yeah.
No, I
Like
that,
can't.
Like just
That's
slowly dying.
horrific. That is like the most horrifying thing ever.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Dude, that's
Would never want to be digested over 1,000 years. That'd be terrible.
No.
No, dude, forget that.
Yeah.
What if and the plant's like, dude, I'm gonna keep you just
Mm-hmm.
you're just alive enough to feel it, but not alive enough to do anything about it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that'd be horrible. That'd be so
it's
terrifying.
awful.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of the suicide tree?
Oh.
I don't think I have.
So this tree is kind of crazy. It's a tree that can be found in India and in several parts of Southern Asia. And this tree is named so especially after people would like commit suicide by eating its fruits.
Oh,
It's creepy.
Yeah.
yikes!
I wonder if that's kind of where the idea for M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening movie came from.
Maybe.
You mean
That's
his
kind of
worst
the-
movie?
I mean,
Yeah.
it is an awful movie, but it's kind of that
Interesting.
concept.
It's got a toxin in its seeds.
Yeah.
It's typically
like-
used to produce rat poison and deodorant.
Wow.
Mm.
Put this in your
Deodorant,
armpits
nice.
and then kill rats with it.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
don't lick armpits, basically. It's the,
Yep.
Wow.
the takeaway from this.
Yeah.
Because you might end up killing yourself. So
Mhm.
Yeah. Geez, that's crazy.
It's like all the fun stuff is dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
Can't even
But-
lick armpits.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can't believe they take that away from us.
Yeah.
Right?
Freaking trees.
Freaking trees, man. I can't even lick armpits because of you. I could die. Yeah. I
just
don't
wanted to
lick
lick
armpits from
armpits,
the
okay?
record, but I mean, you know.
I mean, there's
Are-
more people
are-
that are into that, though.
Ben, I have to ask you, maybe you can't answer this because this could be classified, but does your alien kind like to lick armpits? Are they armpit lickers?
I've known some that do. But if you're asking me personally, I'd rather not. I'd rather not lick it. No. But some of my cousins and, uncles and aunts, they like
Would
to do
you
it. Yeah.
would you lick an armpit for $100?
No.
Depends on the
500?
armpit for me.
Would you
maybe, maybe
Would
500.
you lick an armpit for $1,000?
Absolutely.
A hairy, stinky, gross armpit.
You're making it harder now. I don't know. It's $1,000.
It is $1,000.
It's
You can do a lot
$1,000.
with that.
Yeah.
That's $1,000, and it's just a little bit of sweat and hair.
Ben's really trying to rationalize this.
Yeah. For a scenario that doesn't exist but could.
It could.
Then, like, if it gets offered him, he's like, I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Someone offers me down the road. They're like, if you lick my armpit, I'll give you this much money. I was like, man, I've been preparing for this moment for
Buddy,
years.
You came to the right guy. Or the wrong one if you wanted to keep your money. Yeah.
There's like, feet people out there. I wonder if there's like armpit people out there.
There are armpit people. That's
I
actually
guarantee
a thing.
it. Yeah.
No, 100% there are.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's a person for every part of the body that just is like,
I would never want to be stuck with that person.
No.
They're like, do things to my armpit. It's like, I'd rather not.
Masculinea. Yeah. Yep. It is a type of
nice
partialism, which person is sexually attracted to armpits.
Wow.
Well then.
Yeah. And it may lead to armpit sex.
Oh, man. I mean, orally, I wouldn't want to do anything with an armpit, but,
Oh,
my
snap.
gosh.
I don't want to get in. This is not what we're talking about in
Dude, this
podcast.
is kind of nuts. Apparently, like, there's evidence, some evidence that smelling your own armpit could act as a temporary energy boost.
Really? Nice. I feel pretty good. Yeah.
Wow, I feel better now.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Mike's wide awake.
Sniff your
now.
armpit,
He's
Ben.
like, yeah.
Sniff your armpit.
No.
Do it.
Smell your armpit!
I will not.
Ben,
Okay.
sniff your freaking armpit.
Can't do it.
Oh, my
No.
gosh. Well,
Sorry.
I'll sniff my other armpit for you then.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Actually, kind of has a smoky smell because I was around fire
Yeah, I was
today.
going to say, yeah. Like, ooh, that's smoky.
Mm.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah.
Barbecue.
Nice.
So maybe you would
Smoky.
lick an armpit if it smelled enough like
Stinks.
barbecue.
I would
Real
never.
good.
I would never do that. I would never lick an armpit.
How much money would it take for you to lick an armpit?
Depending on the armpit.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Yeah.
All right, that's
There are
fair.
armpits
Like
I would
if
look
it
for a
was-
lot less.
Yeah. If it was like, an armpit that was freshly showered and, shaved and all that stuff, I'd probably do it for like $10.
I was like waiting, and I was like, "Wow, $10, huh?"
$10, man. I would only do that for like 100.
But, if we're talking about the other side of all of that, where, it's just like nastiest armpit ever. Ugh, I don't even know if I do that
Like
for
a guy who's got who's really burly, has a ton of hair. He's been working out. He's been working out on the farm for like the last 12 hours. He smells like cow manure.
Oh.
And it's just dripping with sweat.
You'd probably have to pay me like $5,000 for that, to be honest. Yeah.
Well,
So, there's a huge range in there with a lot of different variations of
this is
what
like some of the worst I can think of.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yikes!
But yeah, I'm not really a fan of bad hygiene.
But you got to do a whole lick. Like you got to go from top right here all the way down.
Nasty.
The way Josiah like casually chokes.
But with all of that aside, trees are awesome.
Freaking great.
And don't let the bad trees ruin a good tree.
Don't let the flat earthers tell you
don't
they're
let
just
those
bushes either.
Don't let those freaking redwoods trick you.
Okay, I have to get something off my chest.
All
All
right.
right. This is actually kind of a big deal.
Oh snap!
Do you know what?
Time.
Do you know what bothers me more than pretty much anything else?
What?
When people carve into trees.
Oh, I hate that. It's so disrespectful.
Yeah. Like when people like carve their initials into a tree or something.
Mike's done that. You can tell it. You can just see it on his face.
No, I've actually never. I don't. Maybe I have, but whatever. If I've done it, it's never been like a lasting thing.
And people love to do that to beech trees because beech trees have like the smooth bark.
But beech trees are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
I
feel
that.
Whenever I see that, it just makes me angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes me fueled up
like,
with anger inside.
Come on.
I just get
why?
like so fired up, and I'm just like,
yeah. And then you just start punching the tree.
Why did you moan like that when you got fired up? And I just get so fired up. I'm like, oh, how dare you hurt that tree? Oh, I'll show you.
amazing.
You tree hurting person. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me mad. It makes me sad. Trees are awesome. And
don't disrespect the trees.
I don't like to see trees abused. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. Sometimes you got to cut down the trees. I totally get it, for firewood or for fuel, whatever else. That makes sense.
But if a tree's just chilling there, you know?
Don't just carve into it.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Respect the tree while it still has life. And
it'd be like an animal to me because, sure. Sometimes you got to kill the cow to get the burger. I understand. But if you're just going to go up to like a cow and just like carve into it and then just be like, all right, see you later.
Or if you're just going to go to a cow and just kill it and then leave it there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't do that.
We went from carving into trees to just murdering cows casually.
Well, Ben's kind is very much into the cow killing. We all know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
what?
Aliens love to murder cows.
Yeah, that's why they excommunicated me from the tribe because I didn't like to murder cows.
Oh, so you're
tribes.
You're a woke alien. Nice.
What?
Good job.
By their standards. No. Yeah, no, you admitted it, man. Hey.
Yeah.
No judgment here.
Mm-hmm. But you're not. But you also like to eat burgers. So how does that work?
Yeah.
How does that work, Ben?
I don't like to kill cows, but I'm already eating burger.
Yeah.
Nice.
Listen,
nice.
Just don't tell me you killed the cow and I'll eat that burger.
Yeah.
The problem is the aliens just kill cows for sport, whereas like the humans don't always kill cows for sport. They just kill cows to make good food.
Make burgers and steak.
Yeah.
All sorts of delicious food. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh.
I get it.
This place went all over.
Yeah.
Mike, are you okay?
Yeah. We're just talking about trees for
this was not at all how this episode was supposed to go.
You just came out swinging on the tree thing.
Hey,
I was like, wow.
I don't know. Like, trees just were speaking to me this time. Yeah. So
well, redwoods are schmucks, and so are palm trees. So.
Wow.
Biggest tree in the world.
On that note, with that insulting take from Mike,
I could drive a tree through this, like a car through this tree.
I could drive a tree through this tree.
You could drive a tree through those trees.
Drive my little tree car through this big tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ben, are you okay?
No.
You sound
but I've never claimed to be.
Anyway, with all of that being said, that's going to be the episode for today. We hope that you enjoyed. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment, all of that good stuff. If you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, please leave a review. We'd appreciate that. Share this episode, all of that good stuff. And share it to all of your tree-loving friends. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next episode very soon. Bye.